Alright, I think we're going to go with this one. Welcome everyone back to the channel. Today I am in this idyllic setting, Harper Park, near where I live in Coquitlam. And I think I've got maybe about an hour's worth of light, so I'll make this rather quick. For those of you who want to get an idea what the video is like beforehand, there's a couple things that I really wanted to discuss today. One thing, of course, I'm out here shooting with the new ZZ2. I've been able to get some shots, some pretty decent shots with the 70-200 and a little bit with my 35. But today's video is really not so much about the camera itself or the lenses, because I think I've spent a little bit of time talking about those in the last couple of videos. But today's video is really more about a couple things. So, number one, I got a text from someone just recently, which was fantastic. Someone asking questions about photography. And while that may not be that earth-shattering to get a text from somebody asking questions, one thing I thought was pretty fascinating is at the end of the conversation, you know, he was asking me a lot of questions about this person, I don't know, he or she, whatever, about how I did certain techniques in my images, how I did my image editing, that type of thing, how I made the skin look smooth for models and that type of thing, or whoever I was happening to be shooting. So I gave a lot of the techniques. I used frequency separation, that type of thing, for those who care. But what I found fascinating was at the end of our conversation, this person was very thankful, and one of the things they said was that photographers tend not to be very helpful, which I found unfortunately to be true in many cases, which is a shame. And it kind of made me go back and think about why I wanted to start this channel to begin with. I wanted to build a community of people who felt like they had the ability to ask questions in a forum in which they weren't judged. And also, I wanted to also bring in people who may or may not agree with me. And I think that's one thing I was looking back on this most recent video that I shot. It's about, I don't know, about a 10-minute video or so. And I got a lot of views, and I gotta think it's probably just because I mentioned the Z7 II in the thumbnail, but also I think, I mean, I know actually, but I got a lot of likes on the video so far, which is great. I love getting likes. That's awesome. And I've had a few comments, but I did get a lot of dislikes on this video, and it got me thinking, what goes through the person's mindset? And it doesn't upset me. That's fine. I have no problem getting dislikes anymore. I'm kind of used to it on YouTube. But the question, I guess, in my mind is, what is that person hoping to gain by clicking on the down arrow when the person that's creating the video doesn't really know why you downloaded it to begin with? And I think it kind of goes back to that idea of creating that community in which, if you don't agree with something that I post, or you were looking for something that I didn't post, in which I think is probably the case in my last video, you know, I showed... Okay, so I'm going to interrupt this video just for a few minutes here, and I think what I have figured out, someone has actually left a comment on my last video that indicated that all the thumbs down were because of the fact that I had not shown the actual camera. So here is the actual camera, and it looks massive on my phone, but I'm going to kind of pan around here a little bit here and see what everybody thinks. And I'm going to obviously try to get in there a little bit, show you that is the Z2. All right, so can you see the 2? Yes, I hope so. All right, let's come back around. And I have it on this little tree stump here because I thought the tree stump was cool. But, all right, so there, I think you can see the 2 card slots, I hope. Yeah, I think so. Let's come in there, yep. And let's look at the back. Yeah, same resolution as the Z7. Yeah, there we go. So you can see the menu is very similar. So I'll do more in detail. This is really just to placate those who wanted to actually see the camera. And of course the 70-200 has a little bit more detail. And hopefully that gives you what you were looking for Dun dun dun. Of course, I'm gonna play some really cool music too, so maybe you won't even hear my voice. All right, yes, so that's it. I am done interrupting the video. We're gonna go back to the main one now. So if you could, like I said before, less of this and more of this. Hey Rob, you're an idiot. I was looking to see the camera. So I hope you guys have a good one. Talk to you soon. And back to our video now. You know, I showed the camera box, but I didn't really show the camera, and I'm not going to in this video either because I don't have an easy way to do that. I probably can shoot on my phone so you can actually see the camera, but I don't see a lot of benefit in that. I eventually probably will if I'm going to try to do some kind of little demo of the features or something like that, and you need to see the back of the camera or whatever. But what I wanted to kind of try to build or convey in this video is if someone has a disagreement with me, I would much rather you put it in the comment and say, hey Rob, I have no idea where you were going with this video, or this is nowhere near what I was looking for, as opposed to just doing the old downvote and then taking off, because I have no idea what you're trying to say in that scenario, you know? So I think what I'm hoping to accomplish with this particular video is not only show this idyllic environment, and hopefully the waterfall that you can hear behind me is not overwhelming the audio, but I'm hoping to kind of get people's input into what are you looking for, and if you don't agree with me, please, you know, I value disagreement, honestly, and I may be opening up Pandora's box here by people coming on, hey man, you're an idiot, you know what you're talking about, but I would much rather you say, hey, I disagree with what you're posting. All right, so we had some passersby here, so I will continue. I would much rather you come on and say, hey, I was looking for you to say that the Nikon sucks and the Sony and Canon are the place to be, and I can't believe you're shooting anything on Nikon, as opposed to just doing the old down arrow and not saying a word. So that's it. You know, I'm trying not to make this one too long, and this really is not about negativity. Really, it's more about positivity. I want to build that environment. And maybe this is pervasive throughout society right now, where people are, they feel like they don't have a way to have a conversation with someone that they disagree with in such a way where it doesn't get heated. And so the idea really then, instead of having the conversation, is to simply just do something kind of negative and then run off and then feel like you've accomplished something, but I don't know what you're trying to say. And so, you know, like I said, that's kind of what I'm trying to hope for here. And this, I think, I'm going to turn the camera around here in a second because we're getting some really cool light rays. And I don't want to be up on a soapbox because, like I said, there's really nothing about that. I'm not upset, not unhappy. We got a ton of likes, so that's awesome too. And a lot of new subscribers, which I'm still kind of blown away on. I don't really fully understand, but why, but I'm super happy about that as well. But anyway, like I said, my idea behind this this YouTube channel, if you will, is to build that community where you can say things that either you disagree with, you don't understand. Let's build that type of positivity that I think, unfortunately, as that person that texted me kind of indicated, you know, they just don't find every day in the photography community, and I don't understand why. Because when I run into someone out on the trail somewhere and they're a photographer or whatever, they're always phenomenally nice. I've never run into anybody that's rude or negative in any way. Let's, if we can, try to build a positive community. And I think I'm losing the light now, so I may not be able to get that image, but I do want to show a few images here towards the end of what I've been able to capture. I've been able to use my 70-200 quite a bit. These raindrops are really cool. They're really backlit on the limbs right here. And I don't know if I'll capture it as well as I would like, but anyway, I'm going to turn this camera around to get a couple of shots. All right, this is basically what I was talking about. How cool is this view? Just amazing. That light bleeding through the trees. Yeah, this is awesome. God, it's so nice to be outside.